God. Hello again. Well, I feel a tiny bit better today, just a little bit, and I thought maybe I should do another rant, part 2. Just open a window. It's actually really nice outside today, and I was going to go out and get some of that lovely sunshine. And there's no chemtrails in the sky. Can you believe that? No chemtrails today. Wow, that's amazing. But I didn't feel quite up to it. So today, and it's ended up having an Epsom salt bath instead, which does help. I came across, some stuff online which made me think today. Think about, how do you find your still center? How do you keep trusting when you feel really awful, when you really are in the dark night of the soul? Like all the stuff that I talked about yesterday, where you just feel awful, you just feel like shit, and there's so much crap coming up, and you're just in it. Oh, there's a woman, what's her name? Karen Bishop, I think, who talks about Ascension. I don't particularly like that word, Ascension. I'm not a hurry animal, and I don't really ascribe to any of that stuff, but something is going on, and so I'll use that word. She uses it, but she talks about it, and she's written books about it, good books, with good info in it. And one of the things she talks about is that, when you're in it, you have to go through it to get out. But over and over and over again, I come across these people that just, wow. Okay, so I guess really what I want to talk about is about how to discern between what is true spirituality, and more than that, what is true for you, versus that which just isn't right, And really, I think what it comes down to is, how does it feel? How does this person feel? How does what they say feel to you? Because it seems to me that fake spirituality and fake spiritual people, often narcissists, they tend to, one of the things they tend to do is they give themselves names, don't they? They change their names, and they start calling themselves, I don't know, like Pixie Belle Fairy Fart, or I don't know, something like that. They all of a sudden they give themselves these names, and they like to, they're very much into externalism, as in, what does it look like externally, so it's like, oh, I've got to dress up, and everything's got to look really, really wonderful and pretty, and whatnot, and they wear lots of makeup, and everything is glossy, and it's all pretty, and and they say all the right things, but when it comes down to it, it's just all empty. It's empty rhetoric, and it's bollocks, And then you get these people. There's one in particular, I really like her. Her name is Adrienne Elise. She's an astrologer, and she just does these astrological updates. You could check her out on YouTube, Adrienne Elise, and she's just lovely. She doesn't bother with any makeup. There's no embellishments of any kind. She's just there, and it's just real, and it's hello, he's back. He's back, and it's lovely, and she talks about how we are purging up vast quantities of poison right now, and probably have been doing really for the last 10 years. How that is par for the course, And you just immediately sense this warmth and this comfort, and you think, yeah, I like this resonates with me. You know, it resonates because, you know, we already know, don't we? We already know that this is true. And then you come across some of these others, and you know what, I came across one of them, and I'm not going to name any names, even though I want to. I'm not going to, because ultimately that's just really not going to serve anything. And this person might resonate with some of you, but not with me. And it was just like, you know, and there's a lot of channeling going on, and I'm not into channeling, not at all. It really doesn't resonate with me at all. You know. And anyway, I just looked at her, and I looked at her eyes, and it was like, whoa, murky, not good, very murky, you know. I think ultimately it is important to discern, because yes, love and non-judgment is very, very important, but not if it comes at the what's oh god. Love and non-judgment are very good, you know, but discernment is important. It just is, you know. We cannot be in this world as it is right now without discernment. We need to know what's good for us and what isn't good for us. But more than that, we need to learn to really trust ourselves, you know, which is very difficult, because when you've been so undermined, when you've been so abused, and when you've been so lost for so long, trusting yourself is so difficult, you know. It's just so bloody hard. We second guess ourselves all the time, don't we? We're used to being told things like, well, we're doing this for your own good. It really hurts and it's really messing you up, but it's for your own good. That sort of stuff. It's like a political prison, you know. So you end up thinking that, oh, if it really hurts, then it must be good. It must be a good thing, you know. Oh, God. I mean, it's mental, right? So the way I see it, if it feels wrong, it probably is. With regards especially to any kind of spiritual practice, or any kind of spiritual information, or any kind of spiritual teacher or guru or book, right? Self-help book. That's a contradiction in terms. Somebody else has written that book, so you're not helping yourself, they're helping you through that book. And often they're helping you, yes, in the wrong direction, you know. They're helping you to trip up and get it all wrong and get lost in the hinterlands. You know, eventually you'll find your way back, and it will actually be utilized, you know, the getting lost, but still, there's really maybe no need for that. Trusting ourselves is really pivotal to all of this. But trusting yourself when you're really depressed and when you feel like absolute shit can be really, really difficult. Sometimes we need some support. You know, when you're in crisis, you need support. So when you're in that space and you are reaching out, then anything or anyone that makes you feel even worse, that makes you feel unsettled, that makes you feel like doubting yourself even more, is not good and needs to be avoided. Anybody that inspires you, supports you, and tells you that you are doing a good job and that you are safe and that you are going to get there is the right person, you know. Because people that spiritual bypass are just full of shit. They, you know, they can give themselves any glossy, pretty name that they like, and they can, you know, they can dress themselves up like fairies or dance around in woodlands dressed in diaphanous gowns or whatever, but they're still going to be liars. They're still going to be full of shit. You know, and I think that is Disney spirituality. You know, it's Disney spirituality, and it's for it's spirituality for organic portals. You know, they mimic everything we do. Let's not forget that. So, yeah, trust yourselves, you know. Trust yourselves. Know that even when you feel you don't know what you're doing, even when you don't know, or you think you don't know what's going on, and you feel terrified all the time and anxious and all messed up, know that you are actually doing all right. You do know what you're doing. Your soul always knows what it's doing. You know, we might feel lost, but we're not really lost, and it's only a temporary state of affairs, yeah? We are going to get there. It is going to be all right. It will be all right. That's all I really wanted to say today. If I sound a bit deflated today, that's because I do feel deflated and I do feel tired. You know, but that just came up today, and I just felt like making a little video about it. We can trust ourselves, you know, we're not getting it wrong, and we are going to be all right.